Brain cells.
Hello, and welcome to yet another episode of the Last Few Brain Cells podcast, where unqualified people talk about quality topics. Well, we got another good one for you today, folks. Today, I am joined by my main man, Suave Jay, over here,
You know what to
looking
do.
dapper as ever, wearing the Sally V shirt.
Sally V, custom made,
looking
you know.
good, looking good.
That's right.
And we have a guest brain cell today.
We got a guest on the show.
There's a guest on this show.
I said a guest on the show.
There's a guest on
There
this
is
show.
a motherfucking guest on the show.
There's a guest on this show.
Now it's time to yell cause we got a guest brain cell.
Yeah.
I made that just for you.
He did.
We are
Wow.
joined
love it.
today by guest brain cell Sheet.
Oh, sheety pie.
Sheety
Sheety
Pie.
pie.
Oh, yes, indeed. How are you today, man? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing pretty good.
That's a good man. That's a good man. Well, thank you for being on. Oh, we're looking a little tight there, aren't we? Hold on. It's all good. Hold on. Fix that cord. There we go. There we go. No shame in it. No shame in it.
That's right. Here on the Brain Cells podcast, we fix our own things.
That's right. We don't have a staff or anything else. It's just us. It's just us. Well,
That's
we saw Ant-Man 3 yesterday.
Sure did. How y'all like it?
Compared to what we've been getting, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
I agree.
It was nothing phenomenal. It was nothing to write home about. And, you know, I can't watch a Marvel movie without there being at least one character I feel like they mishandled and I was disappointed in, you know.
Modoc.
It's all. But
They
see,
did him dirty.
But see,
you know?
it was in a fun way, though. I
Yeah.
didn't dislike MODOK. I don't.
But there's more to him in the
All right.
comics.
First of all, though,
Are we like talking about spoilers?
no, we're not. That's what I was about to say.
All right.
MODOK's already have been confirmed to be in there. That's why I'll allow that on the show.
Yeah.
But we're not doing spoiler heavy. It might be minor spoilers, minor, but we're gonna keep it clean here. That's why I'm gonna try to be as vague as possible whenever I talk about certain characters. But so some characters I came out of the movie liking just a little bit more whenever. It's not that I didn't like them beforehand, but it made me have like a new appreciation for their character. But then there was a few characters that I liked beforehand, and then after this movie, I was like, I don't care about them anymore. Like that movie made me not like them, and I think that's like the opposite. I don't think Marvel was necessarily trying to make me dislike these people, but they did with how they're writing. It's just the writing in Marvel movies have just become a little sloppy. I don't know if it's because they're pushing out so
We got
much.
a lot to do.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because they're pushing out so much, but maybe they need to hire more teams to write. But the Marvel scripts are getting a little sloppy. I will say this about the movie: I enjoyed it, but I feel like nothing mattered at the same time.
Well,
Like I'm no spoilers or anything, but
hard
like,
to talk about that.
the whole
though.
movie takes place in the quantum verse, which I wanted was just all CGI and happened so far down, and they led you to believe beforehand that this was going to set up the next Avengers movies, and I didn't feel like it did. I mean, they had some after credit scenes that
With the after credits.
yeah,
scene.
it sets it up, but not in a way you think it's going to set it up. Like
Right.
really, it set it up.
The way it ended set it up, but going into it from the beginning, you don't see.
Yeah, the
how it
story
sets
you
it up.
see, I don't feel like sets it up. I feel like the after credit is what sets up the
Yeah.
future, you know? So really,
It's like 5
once
minutes at the
again,
end sets it up.
Yeah.
Once again, it
Otherwise-
all comes down to
Yeah.
an after credit scene.
But I will say Jonathan Majors did a great job. as
Jonathan
Kang.
Majors was one of the highlights of the movie as Kang. Like he felt
Good,
intimidating.
good cast choice.
He
Good
felt
cast choice.
intimidating.
Yeah.
He felt like he should be feared.
Yeah.
But he
Like-
also had they show a different side that I didn't
Yeah.
expect to see of him, you know, and a little bit of who he is, and people, you know,
The show is hard a little bit, you know.
yeah. They show his heart.
Yeah.
Until, you know, certain people piss certain people off, and then, you know, you got a war on your hands and this, that, and the other, you know. What did you guys think about the inclusion of the Stinger, right? That's her name, I think.
Yeah.
Cassie Lang being a star of this movie. What'd you think about the recasting? Also,
I mean, they kind of had to do that. For
Yeah,
the
'cause-
age difference.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
I mean, otherwise they would have had to wait like however many years. Until,
What are you talking about?
Because
she
used to be young, and then
yeah.
after the Thanos snap, they recast her as to be older.
She was like a little girl.
No,
like,
she was in Endgame. And she was
that
like,
was a different actress.
yeah, that was a
Yeah.
different
Pretty
actress.
sure that was
She
the
was
same
like
person.
15, 16, and Endgame came out like 4 years ago, so she's
gotta-
probably like 20.
I gotta
Oh,
pull
so
up
that
Mark
actress then
Zuckerberg
is
It could have
different
been
from
her.
this
Yeah,
one.
yeah. They wanted a more experienced name, and because it's going to be a lead role going forward, she's going to be in
I
the
gotta
Young
see what you're
Avengers.
talking
You'd
about.
assume, the next lineup, she's going to be taking on the next mantle of Ant-Man. You would assume, and the Wasp whenever they get ready to retire. So like. They wanted to sign a more experienced name to be able to do all these movies for the future. So, yeah, they recasted her. She was a different character in Endgame. The one that came out the door whenever Scott first got there and
That was a
cried and
different
touched his
actress?
face, that was a totally different actress.
I'll be honest, I didn't even notice.
Let me
I didn't
see,
even
let me
remember.
see. I'm gonna see what they say. Yeah, you're right, man. She's not in.
But
So we're talking about
Hey,
Catherine Newton.
Get your phone away from the mic.
Oh, my bad. We're talking about Catherine Newton, who is now in Quantumania. She
Yes.
is not the same actress that plays the older version of Cassie in Endgame.
I mean, I liked
Talk into
it.
your mic.
I liked
So-
her character. I think I could
Yeah,
like
oh,
this
yeah.
character going
There
forward.
was a couple. She got a
You
little
could tell-
aggravating at sometimes, and I was just like, "What?" But
Yeah.
overall, I think they wrote her character pretty well. She was just I want to do right, kind of character, which is
Yeah.
not too different from what Scott was in Ant-Man 1. Trying to fight for the little guy.
She kind of reminded me of Spider-Man almost, because that's kind of his thing.
Yeah.
Trying to do the right thing.
Yeah,
help the
and
little
no one
guy.
thinks they're gonna succeed, and then they find the ultimate underdog. They find a way.
Yeah.
See, I don't really like Spider-Man as the underdog. Spider-Man's strong, man.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Spider-Man is not, like, 9 times out of 10, Spider-Man is the favorite. He's not the underdog.
Yeah.
But I'm glad Tom Holland's Spider-Man is going to be taking that more underside story, the struggling young guy with no one in his life kind of role, I'm excited to see that one in the future. Here's the thing.
He's got a whole new approach now.
So looking at this next cast of Avengers that we have and the content we've been getting from the MCU here as of late, what do you? I'm gonna say a couple names, right? And I want you to guess what crossover they're gonna do, because they all do crossovers. They sign their contracts. You get like one solo movie, and then you gotta be in somebody else's movie, which is why Doctor Strange was in. He got Doctor Strange 2. But he also had to be in Spider-Man, and
He's been in a lot too. He was in Thor.
He was in Ragnarok.
but he was only in there for a couple seconds. They have to do one where they're like
Kinda
a
sent him
supporting
over
character. They're a supporting character in one
Odin.
movie now,
Yeah.
and then they get their own, right? So they do a lot of crossovers.
which I like that. I like when they do that.
I do. But here's gonna be my question. I want to say like a Marvel character, one of the newer ones, and you tell me what crossover you think they're gonna do, like who you think they're gonna pair them with in a crossover. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start off with the first one, Moon Knight.
Moon Knight. Man. I think they could put him with Spider-Man.
Yeah, he has a lot of comic lines with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or they could put him with Daredevil. I thought
Yeah,
that'd probably be a
yeah.
good one.
I think he's gonna be with Deadpool.
You think he's gonna go with Deadpool?
Yeah, I do.
Deadpool. That could be cool.
I don't know.
I could see it.
Honestly, I don't know if they'll use Moon Knight anymore. I think these just kind of.
Like a one-off thing.
Well, I think he's gonna be kind of like She-Hulk, like
I think all
in
these
the
new
universe
ones.
and exist, but doesn't really like. No one's gonna be calling on him if the city
Right.
needs to be saved.
I
You
think
know,
the
but
new
he's
ones you
alive
see-
there and he's doing
I
stuff.
think the new ones you see are going to end up being in New Avengers. New Avengers.
Well, no, because we
the-
have new Avengers, like the next Avengers and stuff like that, are all
Yeah.
kids, right?
I think so.
Well, there's
we
like-
have an adult Avengers team right now. They're just not the ones we started the MCU.
Yeah.
with.
Yeah,
But we
because
do
they
have
phased him out.
I think he's going to replace somebody as an Avenger. Like he's going to be more prominent.
I think they're gonna have
You
young
think the Moon
Avengers.
Knight is?
Yeah, Moon Knight, She-Hulk.
No, they already said She-Hulk's probably going to be contained to her show.
Really?
Yeah, because of it. It really didn't do that well. It wasn't that well received.
We'll have to see.
It was
you know.
fun.
I didn't even
isn't
watch
she
it.
in some kind
The
of
writing's horrible. No.
in the comics? Like she's not. part
Oh,
of,
in the comics,
I thought she
sure,
was
but
part
so
of,
much
like,
happens in the comics.
True, it's hard to put that down in movies, but
Almost everything happens in the comics.
Yeah.
There's like a crossover between almost everybody in the comics.
how'd you feel about the casting for She-Hulk? Like,
I didn't
feel
even
like
watch it.
I feel like it could have been somebody else. But,
I didn't. I had a.
She-
She
yeah.
wasn't relatable to me. She did things that I would
Yeah.
never do. I'm like
Yeah.
9 times out of 10. I'm like, just talk to people. Like,
Yeah.
Why do you got
twerking with Meg Thee Stallion?
Yeah, you're waiting for days for a text from someone. Just call them. Like, why is it that big of a deal? Like, you're
Yeah.
making it a big deal by it not being a big deal. I love how I'm looking at you like you know what I'm talking about when you've already said like 3 times you haven't seen that
I haven't
show.
seen the show.
I've seen like the main things that happen.
Did you see the twerking scene with Megan Thee Stallion?
I did not. I knew it happened, but I didn't watch it.
Well, I've
I
seen.
knew of this.
I saw it before I saw the episode because I saw the fucking memes.
Is it like in the episode or is it after credits?
It's like
in
an after
there,
credit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah it's in
Because I
there.
thought it was actually
And
in
then I
the
saw
episode.
the behind the scenes, her in the like the CGI gear actually twerking and stuff for the scene, and it's way worse. Like you don't think it can get worse? It's way worse.
What was the point of that?
Who
I don't
knows?
know. She was like, I
What
think,
was,
just for fun?
I think
I
that
think
was
during
the
the
theme of the show.
episode,
That was
she
the
was-
theme of the
she
whole
was like,
show.
yeah,
What was the
listening.
point of this?
she was listening to it though. She was listening to Meg Thee
Well,
Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion was in the episode, and then so they,
I
got it.
the after credits was them twerking together.
Yeah.
Like
I
that's
mean,
what they did after
no,
they
like,
had their business meeting.
Wasn't it like a Cree like was pretending to be Meg Thee Stallion,
Something like
and then
that.
at the end she was twerking with
Spoilers.
the
Yeah.
real one.
Yeah, but spoilers.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll let you spoil
know,
She-Hulk because if you haven't seen
It's
it now,
like
you're
fine.
probably not gonna watch
That's
it.
like a year old now.
Yeah,
ain't
it's
it?
not brand new.
Nah, 6 months maybe.
I mean, I know it's been out for a minute.
I think it's a little older than that.
I think after something's been out
I
for
think it
about
came
2
out
weeks.
last summer, huh?
Might have been. Yeah,
That's long enough. Yeah.
it's definitely long enough to talk about it.
Abomination.
Yeah.
Was
I
kinda
like
good
seeing
in
him back in
Yeah,
it,
I
you
like
know?
him.
That's
he
more
in
of a
Yeah,
he was.
they did him justice. Like they show him as the Abomination too, and
Yeah,
as
he
a
comes
man.
back out. You know,
He's
Okay.
like he's a reoccurring role. He's
So
in
it-
several episodes.
in a way, it was kind of connected to what's that?
He was in Shang-Chi, yeah. Him
Yeah.
and Wong
Kind
at
of
the
plays
Fight
off
Club.
of what he did at Shang-Chi. It was like running concurrent.
Well,
with
him and Hulk are in it.
I might
Yeah.
give it a watch. I mean,
I mean,
you know,
I'll
something to do.
spoil it for you. They don't fight, but they charge each other. Like they're
Yeah.
about to fight, and then She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall. That's in the last episode. I'll let you watch it for yourself, though. They do give some big Hulk details for going forward.
yeah, because his arm is like, it's healed now, isn't it?
It
Yeah,
is,
he's back
but
to
it's not
normal
even
now.
that, and I'm not going to spoil it for you.
Okay.
Like
See-
it has nothing to do with his arm.
I've been kind of getting
Yeah.
burnt out on the MCU, so
They're
There's a
just
lot in
producing
it.
so much content, and it's
yeah.
like it used to be quality over quantity. Now it's quantity.
It's their
over
money
quality.
maker now. You know,
know?
Yeah.
it's up there.
They're like, it doesn't matter. The movie's gonna make hundreds of millions of dollars. Just put it
Just
out.
push it out.
Right. And
Like-
it could be
They're playing
absolutely
off
terrible.
of a name
What
instead
movie
of a
came out
story.
before No Way Home?
Right before No
It was
Way Home?
Endgame.
Was it Shang-Chi?
No, it wasn't in game.
I thought No Way
was
Home
it-
was the next one after Endgame.
The one right before No Way Home, I remember they released and the CGI wasn't even finished. They finished it after it
Really?
was released and then sent a new copy of the movie to the movie theaters. Like, all right, now
What?
show this one.
The one with Mysterio.
Far
no,
From
I
Home?
think
No, it's
Far From Home was done.
There was something before.
There's Homecoming
that,
and
huh?
then Far From Home and then No Way
Was
Home.
it Shang-Chi? I don't think it was Shang-Chi though.
No, I don't mean the Spider-Man movie. I just mean the MCU movie before.
Like
No Way
whatever
Home.
MCU movie came before
No Way Home. Yeah.
I think it was Shang-Chi, but I'd have to
No,
fact check
Shang-Chi
myself.
was the first.
Was it
in the-
Eternals?
Oh, it was. Yeah. Eternals.
Yes.
Yeah, I never watched
See, that
Eternals.
one's
The
so
Eternals,
bad,
the
I forgot
CGI
about it.
wasn't even
you know?
the CGI wasn't done in the Eternals.
Yeah.
They when I first saw it the first night, you can obviously see stuff, and then like I saw an article about it, and like someone's like, I saw it twice, and like the CGI has
Yeah.
definitely been updated.
I don't
And,
know
like,
the
they showed
importance
the
of that
proof and
movie
everything.
though. Like that movie could not have ever been.
Well,
made.
there's like-
Well, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm sorry. Captain America: New World Order is
It's supposed to play
is
off
playing
of that?
it.
Okay.
Yes, like that. There's a celestial
But
in the
see-
planet at the end of that movie.
Yeah, like the big statue or something.
Yeah.
in the
Well,
ocean?
it's a celestial that was being birthed out of our
Yeah.
planet, and it was going to blow up our planet whenever it's birthed, but they stopped it before it blew up the planet and grew.
Yeah,
Who stopped at the Eternals?
Yes, that was the point of the movie. Like you see a lot of celestials in the Eternals. That's the one redeeming
and
quality.
So are they just like
Kit
protectors?
Harington.
Is that why they just stay
They're
out of everyone's
they're-
business?
Yes, they're made by the Eternals to monitor planets, and then so. Do you want me to spoil it for you?
I'm never gonna watch it.
So the big plot twist of the show is that, oh, you were put here to protect Earth so that it can be used as an egg for a new eternal, a new celestial.
Oh, okay.
And so and they don't know that though. They're like brainwashed. So they thought they were actually there to help people, and they're like, no, there's thousands of you. You're all like bio robots. You know,
So there's more than just that core team.
every
Yeah,
planet that
on other planets.
every planet that a celestial is being born out of, they send like a copy of each one of those people to the planet to like prepare the way without
So
them
they're just
knowing.
like
They just like, hey,
clones.
you're protecting this planet.
So
and
that
staying
group-
out of the business.
That group of people, there's an exact copy of them on other planets.
Correct.
Well, I thought
But
Peter.
but they're only one at a time. Like they're only on planets one at a time because they're only
Okay.
birthing one celestial at a time. So and then at the end of the planet, whenever a celestial's born, that planet blows up. So the Eternals on the planet die.
I thought the last Celestial was Peter Quill's dad.
No, he's just one of them.
So there's more.
I don't
Yes,
even think
there's
he
a
was
lot.
a celestial.
He was.
I thought they said he wasn't. in
No,
there.
he's a
He
celestial.
So who sent the
He
Eternals?
just turned into a. He's a celestial that learned how to like manipulate matter and everything and made a planet and made himself the planet.
Yeah.
He was actually an incredibly powerful celestial.
Yeah.
So who sent the Eternals to do that?
The big red guy, I forget him, but that's who they answer.
The Planet
to.
Eater?
Yeah, the big red planet eater guy.
Oh, what's that guy's name?
Not Galactus.
Not Galactus.
Oh, there's a different one.
Yeah, Galactus
they
is
show
half
him in there, yeah.
half celestial, half eternal.
So he's like a little bit of both.
Yeah, he's a descendant of Reed Richards. And then some time loop
Galactus?
happens. Yeah, some time
Alright.
loop happens, and it merges his body. He was a man, and it merged his body with like the eternal light or whatever they call it. And then he became immortal and became a celestial, and that's why he's giant and everything. But he was a regular person from Earth.
Well, Reed Richards, he's not even in our
Not yet.
planet
But he's,
yet.
yeah, but he's like from the future, but he.
Oh, he
exists-
comes back.
Yeah, Galactus can manipulate space and time or whatever, right?
Okay.
Isn't that right? I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But anyways, so yeah, you can. That's why you can have it like Galactus and stuff beforehand. But see, at the end of Doctor Strange 2, when they had this other, when they had the other planet, the other dimension, and they're about to collide and have the incursion, everything the MCU is missing could be on that planet, and then they can merge together, and then everything
Right.
can be right. So that's where
True.
the mutants could be, the X-Men could be over there, the
Yeah.
Fantastic Four could be over there, Reed Richards could be over there. Then they merge the planets together.
But they killed the Illuminati team there. Scarlet Witch
No,
did.
that's not the same one. They
Yeah,
never said it
that's
was the
a
same
different
one.
universe. So like, they're not part of ours.
Yeah.
They were.
She's not from the one where the Scarlet
Yeah.
Witch killed all the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's from a different one.
Who is?
That chick that came through that's played by
Oh, at the
I
very
can't
end.
remember her name. If I'm put on the spot, I
Is
can't
it
remember her
Charlize
name.
Theron?
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about her actual character's name. That's the actress that
Yeah.
plays her. But I can't remember the character's name.
She's from a different world.
She's
man.
somebody's
Different-
like niece or something,
Yeah.
someone important.
So they're never going back to the Illuminati.
I don't know.
Planet.
not the one we've seen. I don't think.
Okay.
I
Yeah, because
thought-
they
I thought Wanda destroyed the entire reality.
she didn't
Well,
want.
she killed all them.
I thought she
Yeah.
destroyed the entire
She might
reality,
have.
though.
She might have. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. We'll
thought
have
she
to give that
collapsed
one a
it.
watch again. You know.
I need like a little recap video
Yeah.
for Phase 4 because I skipped so much of it. It's just the quality wasn't there.
Yeah. It's
I-
not what it used to be. They push them out quick.
It was a lot of nothing.
But
Yeah, because
Like,
it
a lot
didn't
of
matter
filler,
most
a
of
lot
it.
of
Yeah.
filler
This
stuff.
phase, this was the filler
like
phase.
Eternals was definitely a filler for me.
I feel like Shang-Chi was filler too.
But I enjoyed saying Shang-Chi.
It was
Yeah, I
nice.
did.
It was
I did.
like more original feeling.
I feel like
than
I didn't need
other
it for any of
things.
the
Yeah.
MCU story, but it was
Yeah.
nice. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. It was one of the better ones.
It was good.
I liked the Mandarin coming back, the fake Mandarin coming back.
yeah.
Trevor,
Trevor,
dude, he's the best.
he's a fan favorite.
But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't excited for like the next Avengers movie. But I think Marvel messed up. I know they were trying to signify the end of one saga and the start of another. But you're like multiple years before. How many years? It's 2019 was the last one. 2025 is when we're getting the next Avengers movie. 6 years without an Avengers movie.
I mean, I'm okay with like
But to
the
them-
dip they're in because then they'll come back and the movies will be good.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it's like a, you watch a chart. It goes up and down, up and down,
Yeah.
up and down, and then the climax, and then it's got to drop again.
Because I think right now we're with Ant-Man, we're coming out of the dip.
Yeah,
because
we made the curve, and now we're on the uphill of
We're
it
on
being
the
good
uphill,
again.
yeah.
because
That makes
Ant-Man
sense.
that starts Phase 5, doesn't it? Or is it
I
the
thought
end of
Black-
Phase 4?
Black Panther started Phase 5.
It might have. It might have. I have to see.
Or no, Black Panther was the final. Yeah, I think Ant-Man did start it then.
Yeah, well that's good.
Yeah, Ant-Man starts the
I
next.
think I
phase.
remember an ad where it said it was starting the next phase like that.
Yeah, we're in Phase 5 officially. Well, we are. If you haven't seen Ant-Man yet, then you're still in Phase 4. Loser.
Which I
We're
think
in phase
I
five.
really think Ant-Man was a good movie. I mean,
I enjoyed it.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong. It was good to me.
there were some parts, but
Yeah, it really. I think the movie had a drastic leap in quality as soon as Kang the Conqueror.
We're in the
entered it.
multiverse
Yeah.
saga now. That's what it is.
We've been in the multiverse saga for years already.
yeah,
Jay.
we've been there since Loki. Pretty
Four-
much.
Just for a couple years.
Phase 4 was the start of the multiverse saga.
Yeah.
Is phase
So
phase
we're in
5 ending
phase
it?
5. No, phase 6 is ending it.
And then what's phase 7? Secret Wars.
They haven't. No, phase 6 will have Secret Wars in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's going to be
they
after
do
all
them in
this?
group of threes. It's phase 1, 2, and 3 were the Infinity Saga. Phase 4, 5, and 6 are going to be the
Yeah,
Multiverse
Ant-Man.
Saga. They already announced what they were probably going to do after, or they at least said what they were going to do. And I saw it. I can't remember it off the top of my head.
Ant-Man starts phase 5.
Yeah. So 7, 8, and 9 are going to be something else. It'll probably be like the next. That'll be the next Avengers and everything.
Is that when Doctor Doom's going to come in?
No, Doctor Doom will have. Doctor Doom has to be in Secret Wars. He's too prominent. I
Is
mean, they could
Blade,
easily.
is Blade still a thing?
change
I
it.
heard they.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard they like stopped production of that. But
Yeah, because
Oh.
they couldn't. They said
Stop production.
I think the guy that plays Blade didn't like the script or something.
Good for
something
him.
like that.
Good for him. He's not just selling out and taking any old Marvel bullshit. He expects quality.
which
What's
that's-
his name? I can't pronounce his first name off the top of my head, but I know his last is like it's Ali. It's something Ali. It's like
Yeah, it's like Muhashir or
Master
something.
Shoots it out.
Bassam
Something crazy like
I'm
that.
sorry. I tried my best there.
Yeah. The
Which-
director left,
Oh, the
okay.
director left.
but they got it all under control now.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about it being
Yeah.
flat out canceled. I heard he got pushed back, but every Marvel movie gets pushed back nowadays. Are y'all excited for Captain America 4? Or do you not care about Sam Wilson, Captain America?
I'm just
I
hoping
think
that
he's pretty cool.
we
you
get
know.
some kind of closure on Steve Rogers.
I want to see a Steve Rogers again. Like as
You can
as,
see a multiverse
yeah.
one at very least.
That
But they
one
keep
or-
owing it by giving us like Peggy
like,
Carter and
yeah.
stuff, which is fine.
or
I
at
like
least
Peggy.
just say something. Say like he died of old age, like the
Or
one
like-
that we saw in Endgame.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
have his funeral.
Yeah, something.
Have
you
his
know?
funeral.
Instead of saying like, oh, he's on the moon, like what?
Yeah, like we left
Remember when
him
they
on
said
the,
that?
Yeah,
Who said he's on the moon?
That's what they kept saying in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They're just like, oh, he's
Yeah.
on the moon,
Mhm.
as like a conspiracy theory. But then Sam Wilson was like acting like it wasn't a joke.
Like he's really just living on the moon.
Yeah,
he's in a moon base. That'd be
What,
cool.
That's the most Captain America thing I've ever heard. They
Like,
make
I'd
this
wanna
dude-
see
they
that,
give
you
him
know?
everything. Captain America gets to do everything.
I'd like to see him on the moon as an old man.
I just miss Steve Rogers as Captain America. I mean,
I
He
do
was
too.
good.
And
Yeah,
I
he
miss.
was really
I,
good.
I this goes without
Yeah.
saying. I miss Tony Stark so much.
Yeah.
The MCU
Yeah.
is definitely. A
I don't
darker
think we've
place
seen the
without
last
him.
of him, man. I think at some point
He
you know,
has to be done. If
They-
you're gonna bring in
yeah.
another Iron Man, it's got to be a different actor as a variant. You
Well, they got
cannot do
Iron
Tony Stark.
Heart.
You can't do a.
I still want to see a Tom Cruise Iron Man. You know the
like an evil one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, like
they
they
kill
said,
him. Like he's only last one movie and then they kill him. Yeah, I'd take that.
something like
I'd like
that.
to see Tony Stark come back as an AI, like Jarvis was.
Yeah,
Oh, it's just his voice.
you know he did that to himself. Like,
They,
he
It was
made
rumored that he was going to be the AI thing for the glasses that Peter gets. And,
But it was
Yeah.
Karen, wasn't it?
yeah, it was Friday.
It was
right?
Friday.
Friday,
Yeah,
yeah.
Karen was in his suit.
Karen was
and that
no,
machine,
Friday was in a suit. Karen was the Hulkbuster suit. That's
Oh,
a
is that
AI
what it
was
was?
Karen, yeah.
yeah.
So another thing that I don't understand is all these young people
Mm-hmm.
in the MCU. Like, how are they just like absolute prodigies?
How are they the young people
That goes
in the
back-
MCU? How are they just
Yeah.
like so overpowered?
Because like, okay, let's talk about Black Panther. So Ironheart, how is she like on Tony Stark level intelligence?
she's
And she only
15.
did that like recently. You know, she didn't
Yeah.
like
Well,
spend
Well, Tony
like
Stark's been doing that longer than this
exactly,
chick's been alive.
exactly.
But that's
And-
another thing.
And
Tony
she's
Stark.
somehow on his level. Like
Yeah.
Shuri's the same way. Like she was
Yeah.
smarter. She was like looking at them like they were dumb. Like, why
Yeah.
didn't you do it this way? We didn't think of that.
Well, we
You
also don't have
really didn't think of
vibranium.
that?
They also didn't have vibranium to have the technology to do all that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, no, they had the vibranium. The Ultron, which later became Vision. That body was made out of
Yeah,
vibranium.
that's right.
With Ironheart, all I could think of is she was able to have access to all of Tony Stark's research. So all that time that Tony Stark spent coming up with all those
You
things,
say
she already
Tark. I swear,
Tony,
you say Tark.
Tony Stark spent
You're right, because
Stony Tark.
you got
Stony Tart.
you got to think about it. If you
That
take
should have been my name.
you take all these prodigies or whatever,
Stony Tart.
they will never be able to do what Tony Stark did. He built an Iron
Yeah.
Man suit in a cave with
Yeah, with a bunch,
nothing.
with a box, with a bunch of scraps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll never be able to do that.
Well, then, that's
Yeah.
the same argument with Shuri's so smart, but
So-
it's kind of because has the
You gotta
most
think
wealthiest nation, and she's the
that-
princess to the most wealthiest person in the
Yeah.
world because he has the wealthiest nation.
And she has
But
access to
it's-
everything.
Yeah.
Whatever she wants.
And it's like that with Ironheart. I think that she had access to all of Tony Stark's research. She didn't have to
Which
do all that.
I'll
When they
accept
make-
that.
When they make,
know.
I don't.
But
because
say that,
I
though. You
cannot
know, they should
stand
say
in
that.
writing when someone's overpowered by privilege. And
Well, she might
they
have like
are
been able to
so privileged.
hack her way
They
into
got
systems and
whatever they
figure out
wanted.
what Tony Stark did. But they should
Sure.
say that though. They
Yeah,
made it seem like
should
she
bring it
just
up.
like,
Whoa, hold on.
oh, I just know how to make an art.
Ironheart is one of my favorite Marvel characters
All
in the
right, so
comics.
she's
She
gonna
is
need some
amazing.
defending here.
She is amazing.
So how'd she come up with all that stuff?
Well, that's what I'm saying. She wasn't explained properly,
Exactly.
but that's because when her TV show comes out, then they're going to explain it. This wasn't her.
I'll
they
accept
just,
that.
They just gave her a little quick introduction because this wasn't her movie, but they wanted her
We
to
also
be in
have to remember that she was given that suit right by Shuri,
And I really think the
and
only
then
reason
Shuri
she's
took
in
it back. So like,
yeah,
you know, she
I
didn't really
think
have
the only
crazy stuff.
reason she was in Black Panther is because she would Black Panther is very prominent among the black crowds. A lot of people went and saw it. Rightfully so. It's a good movie. But they wanted her to be in there so that when they see her, they'll remember her. So when the TV show comes out, they will also watch it. I think that's the only reason she was in that movie is so that when the show comes out, you would have already seen her there. And hopefully the black people that watch Black Panther will also watch Ironheart.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch
Which I'm fine
Ironheart.
with. Ironheart is like my top 3 Marvel characters. She is amazing. I love her to
I'll
death.
watch her too.
My
you know.
my only complaint is she didn't have a giant afro like she does in the comics. She's got an afro in the
How's
comics.
it fit
She
in
had
the
like
suit?
dreadlocks, didn't she? Or she had like
Yeah,
cornrows or
something like
something.
that.
They made her
Some
like prison
braids.
Ironheart. she had the braids and everything. I wanted the fro.
Yeah.
But I like the actress, and I think they picked a good actress
Yeah.
to play her. She's got the personality. I think she's got
I
the
do.
fire in her. The heart and everything else. So I'm excited for that TV
We'll see.
show.
When does that come out?
I think it comes out next year or the end
Next
of this
year?
year or next year.
I'll have to
I couldn't
check.
tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't quite think of.
I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I
Well,
want
mean,
to see
we
like
watch every
I
Marvel.
want, of
content,
course, but I
so-
want to see like their explanation of how she got as technologically prominent as Tony.
I don't
did,
know how
you
they're going to do it in the MCU. So,
yeah.
but we're gonna have to stick around and find.
It'd be
out.
cool if her AI was Tony, in
Yeah.
a way, somehow,
That'd be cool.
and that'd be
I'd
like
take
how
that.
they have him back.
Like you don't see
Well,
him,
'cause-
but you hear his voice.
Yeah, he wouldn't mind doing a voiceover. That's a lot
nothing.
less stressful than
If anything,
being
you
on the
could probably
field
just
and moving around.
you can reconstruct his lines.
Yeah,
like-
they did that with Mr. Potato Head for
Yeah, whenever he
Toy
died.
Story 4.
You
That
can-
actor?
you
Did they
can
really?
do that.
Yeah, that actor, they used all old
And they already
archival
own his
footage.
dialogue, so I'm pretty sure they
Yeah.
wouldn't have to pay him if they didn't.
Well,
They'll
no,
probably
they
give him a
did.
royalty.
He agreed to do that
I'm
post mortem,
well, no,
like his death.
no, I understand that. I'm talking about Tony Stark.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know.
They already own that dialogue, so I'm
They
sure they
do,
wouldn't
yeah.
have to pay him, but I'm sure
Yeah.
they'd give him a royalty.
I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, you'd have to. I mean, they'd have to do
I
that.
think
They
they,
already
would
own
just.
the dialogue. It's already content. That's like they wouldn't have to pay actors if they made a new Marvel movie and they reused all the footage from all the old stuff. They wouldn't have to pay them.
I think they should pay him though, because
They will because
using
their
they're making
likeness.
hundreds of millions of dollars.
It's using their likeness in a different way, like a new way. At least to the audience
Yeah,
perspective,
maybe.
it's a new way.
what do you guys think about Vision? Like he's been off the radar.
Like, where
for a
is
bit.
he? Yes, that's like where is this guy?
We'll
The
show-
White
we'll show
Vision.
you,
I want
and
to see the White
It's
Vision.
like, oh, the
you know?
White Vision. 3 years later.
Yeah, the
nothing.
white
just
they
flies
unlock his
away.
memory and everything, and then he's
Yeah.
just like, all right.
And then he
leaves.
flies away, and that's it. And you haven't seen him.
Wanda's
For like,
off killing people. He doesn't care. He remembers her, but he just doesn't care.
He's off
Yeah.
soul searching. He's trying to figure out who he wants to be. I think.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait around. When do you think he's gonna come in? He's probably gonna come in for Captain America 4.
I was about to say
They're
New
gonna make
World
Captain
Order
America 4,
in
New
some
World
kind of
Order. They're
way.
gonna make it the biggest deal
because
ever.
he was government property,
Yeah.
and so they're probably trying to find him again.
Yeah, because what's like the new? It's not Shield, but it's basically
Sword.
Shield.
Sword.
Sword.
Yeah.
Sword.
Sword. SWORD.
I wonder what Nick
Sword,
Fury
but
thinks of that.
sword. Well, he's not even on this planet. Apparently, he's
Yeah,
been
he-
off world for years.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
been chilling in a spaceship.
Like
'Cause it was
he
the
still
Skrulls.
remembers Spider-Man, right? Because he wasn't on the planet when they did that.
I don't think he ever met Spider-Man.
Yeah, he never did.
Oh, really? So the whole time
He's been gone since before Thanos snapped.
He's-
really well. I
No,
think it would have to be
he's
before
been
that
gone
then too,
No,
right?
he's been gone since right after Winter Soldier.
Yeah, because they all think he's dead, so he
Oh
left.
wow, yeah.
So he left,
That's a
and
long
then he
time.
had his Kroll buddy, his Skrull
Yeah.
buddy, whatever they're called, come down.
The guy from Miss Marvel.
from Captain Marvel.
from the
Yeah,
Captain
Was his
Marvel
name
movie,
Talos?
huh?
Was his name Talos?
Yeah, Talos.
Yeah.
He sends him down and
To be him.
and
Okay.
do some scouting and stuff.
So wow, yeah, the real one never really knew.
Well, I think he's off dealing with multiverse shit, and that's why we don't see
Yeah.
him, because the secret invasion.
Is the Kree, right? All coming in
Yep.
and infiltrating the
secret-
government.
The secret invasion is the predecessor to Secret Wars, and the secret invasion is starring Sam Jackson.
Well, the multiverse stuff didn't really start happening until Loki, and that was after Thanos snapped,
But
wasn't
who's
it?
to say he doesn't discover it by himself beforehand without telling anybody else, because he doesn't fully understand it, and he's just been in space studying it.
Surely
might,
he would have
yeah.
told Captain Marvel. But she's off helping other worlds
Yeah,
because
I
they
know.
don't have the Avengers.
Yeah.
He hasn't been talking to her though either.
I
But
don't know. They got to explain that. So the real Nick Fury is going to be in this Secret Invasion TV show.
We
right?
don't even know if the real Nick Fury got snapped away or not.
Yeah, true. He might
So
not.
he could be old as shit, and then after this one, they're just going to retire. I'm like, surprise, he never got snapped away. He's old and he's ready to retire. So
I
everyone's
don't know.
he's done.
That was only like 5 years. Surely he's not that old. Because he was on that spaceship at the end. Remember, he was sitting on the beach,
He was.
but it wasn't really the beach.
But I mean, the difference from being 58 to being 63 is pretty drastic, and not to mention,
is that how old his character is supposed to be?
like late 50s? Yeah,
Oh, I
he's,
didn't
he's
know
a
that.
long experienced person. Like, and that was in like 2012 with the Avengers. He was in his 50s, probably, maybe late 40s there, but. It's 2025 current time, so that's 13 years later since we first saw him. So even if he was 45, he's now like 57 in story time. And then if he didn't get snapped away, if he did get snapped away, you can shave off 5 years. But if he didn't get snapped away, then yeah. What realistic without? I mean, I guess you can give him like an Iron Man suit and he can be 60 flying around fighting people.
Just use Hulk's time travel and like de-age him like they did Scott Lang on accident.
I know. I hate that they did that because now like. Why don't you do that with Captain America?
Right.
And we can
They
have
could
young
do that. Yeah.
and then you just never die. Just keep reversing time.
They
throughout
found out how to make anybody immortal, and they didn't do nothing
You
about
just
it.
make
They
him a
could
kid
run
again and
time
like,
through
all right,
people. Yeah.
Another
May-
life. Enjoy yourself.
Well, maybe Steve Rogers, he wants to,
Yeah, he probably doesn't
retire.
want to do. He's like, nah.
Yeah.
I've had my life.
I don't think I will.
But what old man's gonna be like, hey, do you want to be 20 again? It would be like, nah. Like,
I know, like,
fuck
I
yeah,
would,
I'm gonna
I
go
would, yeah.
skateboard and play football and
And fuck.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
probably
right.
can't do that
oh,
again.
my cock will work again. Oh yeah, what
You
80-year-old wouldn't
yeah.
do that?
I think anybody old would want
Captain
to be young
America's
again.
built different.
Yeah, right. He has that integrity. I lived one life. One life is enough for me.
Well, technically, he lived two.
Technically, yeah, he did, huh?
He lived in
But that one,
1920
Well,
because of
2000.
that, because of the
Yeah, when
events of that
when he-
movie.
2010s.
when he came back, everyone he knew was dead. He's like, I probably don't want to go
Not
through that
Bucky.
again.
Big Daddy Buck was still alive.
Yeah,
He
he
had
he
big
kind of did him
buzz.
dirty.
His bestest, most bestest, but isn't that funny? How one guy gets frozen in time, like only one guy. Wait, there's a second guy, and it just so happens to be that one guy's best friend. Like, what are the odds of that? Like, realistically, like,
we just bring him back to kill people.
Yeah.
We unfreeze him to kill some people, and then we freeze him again.
now
Put
we're
him
gonna
back in the
unfreeze him to
fridge.
kill his best friend. Yeah, this will never cause any problem. Like, how sure are you about that brainwashing? It's like, oh, it'll be fine. Send him. Like, why would you do that? Like, if you're brainwashing somebody, why would
He
you
was
send him after
easily
his
swayed.
known best friend?
Yeah, why didn't they use all the other Winter Soldiers they had?
Yeah, they had like a fleet of them.
They were already dead.
That's
They
right,
had
because
to
they
kill 'em
they
off,
failed.
yeah.
They failed.
Yeah, they
they
had
all
to kill 'em
died.
off.
Yep. But, I mean,
But
do
they
something.
had
Look at
the
all the-
means to make more. They just didn't. You know.
nobody.
Well, I thought Zemo killed them all. Like he killed them while they were in those tanks.
No,
Oh,
he,
yeah,
he
like you
shot
saw
him in
it-
the head
yeah.
each just to make sure. But he said, if it makes you feel any better, they've been dead a long time before I got
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
But he did shoot them all in the head, I guess, just to make sure, so there's no chance of them ever coming back or whatever.
I wonder if he'll come back because I mean,
he's gonna be
Yeah.
in the Thunderbolts.
okay,
It's already
Who's
confirmed.
Zemo?
Yeah, he's the leader of the
Oh, okay.
Thunderbolts. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, because the director of the CIA, she's gonna get him out. That one lady from
Yeah,
Seinfeld.
she's the one leading the Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
she has to lead them
I
since
like that
Thunderbolt
it's from,
Ross, the guy that plays
it's the girl
Thunderbolt
from
Ross,
Seinfeld.
died. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah,
who's
Harrison
supposed to be-
Ford.
Is Harrison Ford's playing him now.
Yeah, he's gonna
Really?
be he's like the Red Hulk or
Supposedly.
The
whatever.
dude who,
Hulk,
the
yeah.
dude who,
Thunderbolt Ross, the ones that are like,
yeah, he died. That
yeah,
actor.
that actor, yeah, the one that was like they gave him the Segovia Accords and everything.
Yeah.
That guy was a like,
So it's
he played
Harrison
such
Ford
a
now?
dick.
He did,
Well,
but
no,
Harrison
he
Ford.
played-
He'll portray
He
that
played a
pretty well.
politician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played a politician.
He did. I want to see Harrison Ford as a Red Hulk now. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean,
But see, Red Hulk is just as strong as Green Hulk, but he can think. Like, he has his normal brain.
well, now Hulk can think too because he's got the
But
Bruce
that
Banner.
Hulk's not as strong.
yeah,
He's
because he
not.
doesn't have
He
the
doesn't
rage.
have that Hulk
Yeah.
rage. Yeah.
Hulk is as strong as regular Hulk, and he gets that rage, but he's fully conscious of what he's
Yeah.
doing.
You know, and Hulk isn't invulnerable because
Oh, yeah, I know.
the big wolf that what's her name had in
Yeah,
Ragnarok,
Hela had.
Fenrir.
when it bit him, he bled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He did, huh?
Yeah.
So things can penetrate him.
Yeah,
He's just
he's
very
not-
resilient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's penetrable.
You know who that wolf couldn't have bit through? Superman. Just saying.
It would have broke his teeth.
Yeah, just saying.
Unless his teeth were made of kryptonite, then
Oh yeah, it would have like sliced him in half.
that's all. That's how they beat. That's how they. Beat
That's how
Superman.
you
Every time
have-
they're
you
like,
can't make-
unless
you can't make a
like, it's
character
not.
without a fault in kryptonite. Once they find out kryptonite,
But Batman
hurts
owns
Superman.
all the kryptonite, and so who's gonna be
Yeah.
able to rob Batman when they don't even know who he is or where his Batcave is or anything?
I'm
Right.
just saying, Superman
then
can be
once you-
taken down. You get the
Once you do-
kryptonite, and
how
that's
do
all
you
you
get the
need.
kryptonite?
If you're Batman, and you want to take down Superman.
But okay,
You're done.
But if you're Fenrir and you want to take down Superman,
Yeah, well, Fenrir's not going to rob Batman.
then why'd you bring it up unless his teeth are made out of kryptonite?
Just
I'm
pull
just
a
saying.
just pull an Ironheart, and instead of a vibranium detector, get a kryptonite detector.
Yeah, that's right.
But once they find the Batcave, I mean, people don't
What
understand.
are you doing here?
Batman made like an Iron Man like suit, like the Hulkbuster, but it's strong enough to fight the entire Justice League by himself.
Yeah.
Like if the Justice League ever went rogue, he made a suit that can fight Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, and Cyborg.
He has contingency
simultaneously,
plans.
all at the same time, 5 on
Yeah.
1. He has a suit that strong,
He's
and people are
good.
like, "Oh, Iron Man could beat him." No, he can't.
No, I think Batman is the best. Of the
Batman
best,
has a
you know.
suit to do that could defeat Superman.
He's the
I don't
right
think
amount
any
of
Iron Man suit can
intelligence,
defeat Superman. Any of them.
Intelligence.
I
and
almost feel
strength.
like Batman's a little too OP.
He's
he,
too
he
smart.
is. He's
Yeah.
Too
good.
smart.
Too smart.
See,
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like him.
He's
is
probably
rich.
the smartest of heroes in that sense.
smartest. No,
In that sense of
Dr.
like being
Manhattan
able to
is
to,
probably
to
smarter
come up with
than
contingency plans. But did Dr. Manhattan come
Is
up
he
with
DC?
contingency plans to
he
fight
doesn't
everybody?
need to. He can just think about you dying and you'll die.
Is Dr. Manhattan DC?
What about him? What about him versus Superman?
the
What do you
Watchmen.
think?
Dr. Manhattan can think about him dying and he'll die.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty OP. then.
yeah, he's
He
he's
killed
top tier.
Rorschach just by looking at him. Rorschach
You
was like,
disgust me.
"Do it." He's like, and then Rorschach just went, "Ah!" and blew up. Dude, it was funny as shit. I laughed so hard.
That was in that Watchmen movie.
Yeah, that was
I hated that.
I remember that movie being so long. It just felt like the longest movie ever.
that was Zack Snyder.
That
was it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
100%.
that.
That was that movie's phenomenal.
I mean, I enjoyed it, but like I watched it like way back in
I
the
didn't
day.
like the rape scene. There's just a straight up rape scene in
What
it.
I don't remember that either. Like there's so
Like
many
one of the
pieces
superheroes,
of that
Yeah,
movie.
one of the superhero guys,
like the
comedian.
older one, huh?
It was Jeffrey Dean
that's
Morgan.
what
Yeah,
it was.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan playing the
Yeah,
comedian
oh,
raped
okay,
that
yeah.
one superhero chick,
I remember that.
the
Yeah.
Silk Spectre. He
Yeah, and then
raped
that guy came in there and like beat him up.
that
like one of the
turned out
older
to be
super-
Osmidian.
Yeah,
Turned out to be the one. And apparently, like the comedian's like a regular guy, and Osmidian's like a god, and the comedian went toe to toe with him.
yeah.
He was throwing him through walls and shit.
That
and like
doesn't make
Osmidian's
sense.
like Superman, and it's like revealed later, like, oh, it was Osmidian this whole time. I'm pretty sure that's his name. It might be
Or it's Ozymandias.
Ozymandias. That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dr. Manhattan, and then Dr. Manhattan lets the evil plan happen. That's why I love that movie. The evil guy wins.
Yeah, because in the end it would have turned
He's
out
like,
better or
that
something
makes
like
sense.
that.
It's like, if I nuke New York, yes, I'll kill millions of people, but I'll reunite the rest of the world against me, and we'll all be in unison. And Dr. Manhattan was like, actually, that makes more sense than us nuking everybody and everybody blowing each other up.
True.
So he let it happen. And Rorschach would not stand for it. And that's why Rorschach was like, you better kill me because I'm going to tell everybody. He's like, there's nothing you'll do to ever shut me up. If I'm alive, I'm going to tell people. That's why Dr. Manhattan killed him.
Well, Dr. Manhattan, he just left after it was all over. He wanted
He
to
went
like
to
make
Mars.
his own
Yeah, he
planet
went to Mars,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
I'm going to Mars to make my own.
just
That's
flies
all he
there.
was trying to do that whole movie. He's like, I'm trying to, like, they go to Mars. Like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm building shit. What y'all want?
Yeah, he was pretty cool though.
Yes, indeed.
Speaking of aliens going to Mars.
But I'm kind of half tempted of just cutting the podcast here and save that one for another day.
That's
Or
fine.
do we want to talk about UFOs?
Honestly, I think the whole UFO thing, I think it's just like a weather balloon and it's like completely blown out of proportion.
So
Well, no, the one in Carolina is a weather balloon. I'm talking about the ones off of Alaska.
Oh, so there's
found,
actually something that wasn't a weather balloon?
Yeah, they blew something up in like 3 parts of this.
found an
It's just
article.
a UFO is an unidentified flying object. So when you
Right.
think of a frisbee, if they don't know what that is, flying through the air is an unidentified flying object,
Right.
and it can be a UFO. But they
Found
found
this-
like three like pieces of like something. They shot it down, and they don't know what it is, and went into ice. And they were like, "Yeah, we're not going after it," but they definitely are going to go after it to see what it is.
What'd they shoot it down for? Was it like in restricted airspace?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was flying over a
In
base,
commercial
so
traffic
yeah.
airspace too. So they didn't want it to,
hit a plane.
yeah.
So they shot it down.
I
and
found
it
an article here
went
that
to the
says
ice.
a hobby club's missing balloon is feared to be shot down by the U.S. Air Force.
It could just be
It
like
happens to be that one that was off the coast of Alaska.
It could have been.
So-
They said they're not going on into the ice where it landed to get it because it's like too dangerous.
It was an Illinois-based hobbyist club. This is from the Aviation Week.
I mean, it could be like
Uh,
a spy drone or something. You know, I'm sure that stuff happens all the time. We
Yeah.
just don't hear about it.
It was like a hobby balloon, just trying to look at stuff, but they coded it in silver, and they sent it out, and then it went missing, and then later,
That sounds like a
day later.
cover-up story.
it could be, but this
Yeah,
is
we just decided to paint a giant
this is
hot
what
air
they're saying.
balloon silver
but this one
and
is
send
like
it out to Alaska. It's from Illinois, but we're going
They-
to Alaska.
here's
Yeah, it makes
my
no sense.
gripe about it. They're saying this one was like this big. The one that shot down over there was like a car size, right?
It was so big that it was able to break into 3 places and have 3 different impact zones. So it was at least that big enough. But then,
I'd
of course, if that's aliens, though, the government's definitely covering it up. Like
Oh,
they
yeah.
said,
Oh, yeah.
we're not going to go investigate. It's too dangerous. But you best believe they were over there immediately to check that.
They said
shit
the
out.
same thing in Roswell. They
Yeah.
said that was a weather balloon, So the alien enthusiast in me wants it to be aliens,
Yeah,
just-
but the sad truth is, if aliens do exist, which there's a very, 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 very high chance that they do. If aliens do exist, we'll probably never come in contact with them. And if we do, it's not going to be in our lifetime.
You don't know that though, because they don't have.
Yeah.
We can't understand their technology. They might be able to manipulate
Oh.
physics, time, and space.
Yeah, I just don't think we're
going
going to see that in our lifetime. Like maybe
Oh.
a couple generations later.
As
they'll
far as
come
them
here.
covering it up, yeah, because they don't want people to know about it.
Exactly.
But they're starting to talk about it more. So
Yeah, like
but I think,
scientists are more open.
but I
to
really
the
think they're
idea
doing
of it.
that to distract from other things, like the war in Ukraine, Epstein,
I think the train
who
derailments.
didn't kill
What
himself.
do you guys think about that?
All right, let's not get political here, huh?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, the train derailments. That's crazy.
I think those are just.
I think that was
accidents.
staged.
Yeah.
I think that was staged.
You think so?
Dude, there was a movie that came out about a train in Ohio that derailed and let chemicals loose. And the same thing happens. Like
That's in your backyard, man.
it
I
make sense to me,
mean-
The children.
And then
of
it happened
your
again.
hometown.
It happened again in Detroit. So like they're
Oh,
like
did it?
yeah, they're like doing it,
Well, we got to start
I think-
keeping like eyes on where they're derailing
Yeah.
and see if we can notice a
I
pattern.
think it's part of like
Well, the one
something
in
they
Ohio-
want to do now to distract people.
The one in Ohio was crazy. Like, have
and-
you seen
it's
pictures?
the
Yeah.
Trump supporters.
I just think like why
They're
would
attacking the blue states.
it's a shame that the government would do something like that, and I'm not surprised that they would. That's the problem.
Well, you're not.
you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Like
it's a
they
shame
will put
government-
the lives of people at risk in
That's
order
what
to
governments do.
maintain a narrative.
Every government
or
has
an
done
agenda.
that. People think governments go for the people. Governments
let's not
do
get
Go for
political.
the people. I just don't want to get into politics. I'll talk about the government.
Oh yeah, but government.
The
you know,
government is here to
politics.
get wealthy. They are not here for you. They're here to live their
yeah.
their best life.
They're
not here
glad
for
they
you to
are
have a
where
good time.
they are, and they show it.
Yep. So I mean, it'd be what it be. If you like Republicans, if you like Democrats, and I hate to tell you, both sides are wrong. Both.
Both sides are in cahoots with each other. Oh, that's a big conspiracy.
No, I
there.
think both sides need to stop fighting each other and work together. They're more worried about fighting each other than improving this
They
country.
got you then. If you think they're against each other, they're for each other.
They probably are. It's probably all a cahoot, but they're distracting with all the conflict.
But the ultimate takeaway is there's nothing any of us could do about it. So
Yeah, that's the thing. Why even bother about it?
Yeah.
There's nothing we could ever
there's
do.
nothing we could do. You got to be here for the ride,
I
Take them out, man.
I could kill myself. That'll get me.
But
away
you're
from
not
it.
you're not taking them away. No, they find you in the afterlife.
I'm done. Like it doesn't matter.
Unless we're in the
done.
Matrix, then it
Hell
just happens
yeah.
again.
I
Yeah.
wake up and it's like the same
It's
thing.
worse.
It's like, oh, it's even worse. It's like, oh, you got out of your Matrix, now you got to be a slave.
Yeah.
By the way,
You're like Mr. Goldenfold. They just eat you.
Yeah.
Who's Mr. Goldenfold?
From Rick and Morty. They eat him. They eat him on the table and like enslave him and shit.
When he's the caterpillar,
Yeah.
and they're the wasps, and they eat him on the table. Mr. Goldenfold from Rick and Morty.
Oh,
my
yeah.
babies, my beautiful babies.
I remember now. That was
lust, my greed.
My lust.
that's the one where Rick kept dying, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He kept like killing
yeah.
himself and like going to
Yeah.
different like
Yeah.
universes.
And he was Teddy Bear Rick. I think there's a Teddy Bear Rick on that shelf.
Who was
over
also
there. There
a
is.
Nazi.
Teddy Rick.
That's
Yeah,
him
he
right
went to
there,
the. Everything seemed perfect, and then like he sees the swastika on the wall, and he's like, and he's like, "You are a fascist, right?" And he's like,
Of course.
Yeah, and then the Nazi Morty comes in and like he's
Yeah,
like, I want to
he-
go on adventures.
Yeah.
I don't want to be. I want to be a Nazi, but I want to go on Nazi adventures.
He wants to go around and kill the Jews. Oh my lord,
Yeah.
what is Rick and Morty getting into? Well, not much nowadays. They're in scrambles.
I'm
but
excited for season 8. I want to see what they do.
what they do, yeah.
They're gonna finish out season 7 with Royland, I heard, because they already have his parts recorded.
Why don't they just like
Hire that guy from TikTok to just.
Sean Kelly.
Yeah.
either that or like I'm sure they could just use AI and like recreate
Oh yeah,
his voice
definitely,
easily.
definitely. But then they get into
I'll
the
do it. It
argument
won't
of
sound
trying
as
to-
good, but I'll do it.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, they might have to pay him still if they use his likeness, but
Man.
it could be like a legal battle or whatever. I just don't want this show to go under
I
an
think
illegal
he's
battle.
gonna
Like,
leave and then come back.
I think so
I mean,
too.
it's his show.
I think he's gonna be found acquitted. You know.
I just wish he wasn't a pedo.
But,
I mean,
yeah,
and beat his
yeah.
wife.
True. There's too much standing evidence against him, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But we need to
But
see
if,
what he
if
says
the
about
wife
it.
case is dismissed and there's no outstanding evidence that he did anything illegal with a minor,
Because he was he was
Technically, he'd
he
be
was
all
just
right.
like, well, he
yeah.
was just texting or flirting with her, huh?
Yeah.
Which is
He was like calling her jailbait and stuff like
I
that.
think it was
you know?
like a
Which
couple
is-
different girls, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
which is weird.
all I heard
I've
about
seen
was
a
one,
pattern,
but
he hasn't
yeah.
done anything incriminating in a sense. I don't think, 'Cause
or
he'd be in
hasn't
jail if he
found to
did.
be doing anything.
Yeah.
Or hasn't
Yeah.
found to be. So as long as that happens and the charges get dropped, he might come back. If he gets charged and everything, then yeah, he ain't coming back.
But I wonder if the show will take a hit. If
But I
he
don't
came
know. Bill
back.
Cosby raped countless women.
Yeah,
and
look at
he's
him now.
touring right now for stand-up comedy.
Seriously?
Yeah, 100%.
He did. Yeah.
Oh.
You can go. You can get tickets to see Bill Cosby live and stand up right now.
Yep. Now I wonder if he'll talk about that. Like,
He'll probably make
He'll make a
jokes
joke,
about,
yeah.
joke about
I want a pudding pop.
I left the pudding pop under your seat.
Might make you a little sleepy.
He double down. He'll like probably look at like some girl in the crowd.
Yeah.
Come home with me.
You come home with me.
Let me get you a drink from the bar.
Yeah, right. I don't know what he's gonna joke about.
I don't know.
I think he's
You
got
have
that
to at
old
point.
style of comedy. You know, like
he had the old family
the
friendly
80s
style.
family friendly dad. You know,
Now
that's.
he just needs to be vulgar.
But I think like he's still carrying that 80s
It's like,
family
well,
friendly
bitch, I
dad
gotta
quality.
give you a drink to see
Yeah.
your pussy. Shit like that is what he needs to do
It's just
now.
that classic old black man comedy. You know.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Oh.
I'd watch it. I don't know. I wouldn't pay for it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not giving that man any
Yeah,
money.
no, I can't give that man money.
I
I,
cannot.
I really think he did at least some of that.
I think he did probably
Yeah.
all of it. There
Yeah.
might maybe one person's
Actually,
lying.
there,
Maybe
there
one,
might
but
even be more. You never know.
There probably is a lot
What if he
more. and they
What if he
haven't come
killed some of
forward.
them people?
Maybe he did. and had
Bill
it covered
Cosby,
up.
the murderer. Yeah. you really?
Yeah,
I
tried
don't
to
believe
think of a funny
anything.
name, but I couldn't.
I
Think
don't
of
believe
one.
anything in this day and age. you
Bill
know?
Kilsby.
Bill Kilsby.
There you go. I thought of one. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, it is Mardi Gras season where we are, so we are going to get off of here and go and eat some crawfish and king cake. Yes, indeed. So
The way Cheeks likes it.
we're going to have to go ahead and cut this one here. But as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like us on that YouTubing. You'll be watching right there. Don't forget to like us on there. Don't forget to comment on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to head on over to Twitter and check us out there at TLFBC Podcast. That's TLFBC Podcast. That's the first letter from each of the words in the last few brain cells and then the word podcast. I love you. And we'll
I
see you
love you
next
too.
time. Yes, indeed. I'm excited for the crawfish.
Yeah, I came.
I can't. For crawfish.
Brain cells.
Yeah. Okay.